So because I'm feeling a little like Picasso this morning, I'm gonna paint you guys a little picture to start your day. Yeah, you see, let me take you back to a painful moment during last night's game for Habs fans, but this is going to be hilarious for you Leafs fans. So we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the third period. The Habs, they need a goal. And me, being a complete goofball, I took a photo of the Habs bench. And won't you look at that? Tell me if these guys look intimidating to you, huh? Woo-hoo! Because to me, they look asleep. They look deflated. They look hilarious, okay? Now, aside from that picture, I'm not gonna come on here and shit all over the team after this game. In fact, I was quite surprised that the Habs pounced early and at one point had a 2-goal lead, especially with the team that they iced last night. The Habs were missing 2/3 of their top line, plus little Johnny Drouin, Price, Weber, and more. And I know you just hate making excuses, but it is what it is. The team had a meteor shower of injuries hit them. I read some comments saying, the Leafs are missing some key players too. And I understand how valuable Zach Hyman and Nick Foligno are to the team right now, but don't throw Freddie Anderson in there, guys. Don't be giving me that shit. Please, the guy is even playing in the AHL right now, and he's losing games down there. A little different of a scenario. Jack Campbell is your number one goaltender right now. That's a fact. The guy is unbelievable. And for those of you that have short-term memory loss, you're gonna forget all about Freddie Anderson next season because he's set to become a UFA after this season ends, and he's probably gonna sign with another team. Just saying. Jack Campbell is the future right now in Leafland. Now, back to the Habs. I know they lost the game, but the fact that they only lost by a goal, it does leave a little optimism, like the size of a pebble. And I think they can win a couple of games against the Leafs in the playoffs if, the Calgary Flames ever roll over and die. But I mean, to say that the Habs are for sure gonna eliminate the Leafs, come on. Let's be real here. If they somehow did, Hockey Junkie is going to team up with Walt Disney to make a movie about it, and yes, I will act in it, and it'll be great. My only concern, really, is how good are these injured Hab players going to be when they come back for the playoffs? We saw Weber holding a left-handed stick out there, like, what the hell was that? We see Gallagher, he's not even able to grip a stick. Price was supposed to be back since Thursday, and he hasn't even had a puck thrown at him yet. Denault has had nagging injuries, and now he's got a concussion on top of that. Like, what the hell happened to Phil Deneau? Did he get hit by an old bingo lady in an SUV while he was trying to cross the road for practice? Jeez. Now, before I start the game review here, we did have a winner for the score prediction during the game preview for this one, and, he went by the name of, yeah. He pondered over his recent memory, and he decided to pick the Leafs to win 3-2, so good job, Mr. And guys, I just figured I'd throw this out there, that if anybody has a specific topic that they would like me to cover in a future video, let me know in the comment section, and hey, maybe I'll just do it. Okay, so the first period begins, and this was a crazy period, guys. Not only did the Habs, with a very depleted lineup, outplay the Leafs, but it's Alex Belzil's first shift. You couldn't have scripted it better for Belzile. He gets onto the ice. He looks like he was shot out of a cannon, I had to double check this guy's scouting report just to make sure that he's not the second coming of Wayne Gretzky or anything like that. He plays like a pit bull, gets the puck back to the point. Bret Kulak does a pump fake. Like, when the hell does Bret Kulak ever do a pump fake? But he does. He takes a shot. It deflects off of Jake Muzzin and finds its way past Jack Campbell. And to be fair to Jack Campbell here, there was a frickin' lineup of bodies in front of him. Come on, not even Ray Charles saw that coming. The play goes on with the Habs controlling the majority of the first 20 minutes. They played pretty physical on Austin Matthews during that period, with Corey Perry cross-checking him to the ice at one point, and later we see Joel Edmondson run him into the boards pretty hard behind the Habs net. Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do if they want any chance at winning a game against the Leafs. And we do get a picture here of Matthews on the bench after the hit. The trainer is, wiping the snot off of his nose and stuff. Good work, lad. I also felt like Caulfield had a strong period, and he wouldn't score a goal or get a point throughout this game, but he did have a couple of great chances, and he even made some nice passes in the offensive zone, which led to some shots on goal. And to boot, he played pretty good at his own end of the rink as well, which is something that he struggled with during the last game against the Leafs. Moving on to the second period now, and things start off good for the Habs, as just a few minutes in, we get Tyler Toffoli chipping the puck ahead right to Nick Suzuki, who comes into the Leafs zone on a 2-on-1. He realizes that a pass is not available, so he shoots a knuckle puck on net that squeaks past Jack Campbell, giving the Habs a 2-0 lead. Things are looking good, right? Nope, not so fast, guys. Just wait. A couple of minutes later, the Leafs get some pressure into the Habs zone. Jake Allen shuts the door, but Wayne Simmons, he comes in and, he tries to whack at the puck when the whistle had gone, and Josh Anderson comes in and puts him down on his ass. Wayne Train gets up. He didn't like it, but nothing happens here. And I saw some Leafs fans saying that Josh Anderson was scared, but come on. Josh Anderson has instigated a fight with Zdeno Chara a couple of seasons ago. He ain't scared of Wayne Simmons, guys, even though Wayne Simmons is a scary bastard. So then Pierre Engvall takes the puck. He does a cycle in the Habs zone. He fires a sneaky little shot from pretty far out that just fools Jake Allen. Holy shit. He looked pretty stunned on this one, as this ostrich-looking mofo in Engvall fooled the world here. But now it's 2-1, and the Leafs have a little bit of life here again. Shortly after this goal, the Tavares, Nylander, and Galchenyuk line are cycling in the Habs end. Tavares gets the puck in front of the Habs net. He quickly chips it over to Willie Nylander, who gets an easy tap-in goal at the side of the net. And now we got a tie game, and it gets worse. As towards the end of the period we go now, and there's a face-off deep in the Habs zone. Austin Matthews wins it cleanly to Mitch Marner, who wastes no time and blasts a wrist shot that also gets past Jake Allen up high. And just like that, boom! It's 3-2 for the Leafs, and I'm sick. I'm very sick. The period comes to an end, and the roller coaster of emotions begin to take place for Habs fans across the world. Now on to the third period, and this was a snooze fest shutdown period by the Leafs. They did a really good job here controlling the play. The Habs would get a couple of chances, one in particular with Tyler Toffoli dangling his way to the front of the net, only to be stopped by Jack Campbell's soup. Ben Hutton would get a really good hit on Josh Anderson during this period as well. I was kind of shocked by just how solid Hutton is. The Habs would pull the goalie with just over 2 minutes left in the period, and they even get a timeout. Yeah. So, Alexander Burrows can read over the Walmart flyer with the boys and let them know what kind of shampoo is on sale this week at Walmart. And look at Toffoli over there, huh? He ain't having none of that shit. He doesn't give a rat's ass about the Walmart flyer. And Burrows, this guy gets so animated every time he does these. It's great. But with about a minute left in the game and the net empty, Jeff Petrie takes a penalty for tripping Ilya Mikheyev as he was at center ice trying to make a play for the Habs' empty net, and it was kind of funny here because Jeff Petrie gets called for tripping, and yet he goes in and hits Mikheyev with his ass. Or at least that's what I saw at first glance here. And how many of you guys have tripped somebody with your ass before? Yeah, pretty impressive. Never stuck out the old ass before to trip someone, guys. And speaking of power plays, the Habs did have a power play earlier in this period as well, and that was a great opportunity to tie the game, but yeah, guess what? It stunk. In fact, it stunk like shit. Anyway, guys, that does it for this game review. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.